Hi everyone, welcome back. In this second episode, we are excited to share with you our personal experience studying ethics, that subject that really made us think differently about right and wrong. If you are curious about ethics or just want to hear about a real experience, keep watching.
My personal experience. When I first began studying ethics, I thought it would be about memorizing simple rules, like don't lie or be kind. But I quickly realized it was far more complex, full of gray areas and deep questions about morality and whether universal right and wrong even exist. One class discussion about sacrifice really changed my perspective. We debated a scenario where saving a group of people might mean sacrifice one innocent person, and suddenly the right choice wasn't obvious. That moment showed me that ethics is not just about rules, but about carefully weighing situations. As the course continued, I learned about different theories like utilitarianism, which focus on maximizing happiness, and deontology, which emphasizes duty regardless of the outcome. And this framework changed me. See how people can approach morality in very different ways. Studying ethics also made me reflect on my own values, asking myself whether I act honestly because it's expected or because I truly believe is it right, and it might be more aware of my responsibility to others. In the end, ethics become more than just a subject. It becomes a way of thinking that helps me navigate tough decisions, encouraging compassion, responsibility, and thoughts. Reflections in every life.
My experience in learning ethics and apply ethics is very wonderful, as I can say, because it's not only answer to what I'm expecting at the beginning, but also it is really widen my understanding and deepen my understanding about what is morally right and wrong, especially what is the good action that I should take when I facing some kind of dilemma situation or the hard situation to decide what action should I take. I mean, this course really helped me to understanding not about theory itself, but how it should be applied in my daily life. And it's also give me an understanding about ethics. It's not about law only, about rule and about action, but it's also apply in any disciplines or any field. I was some kind of shocked when it's talk about in the environment, ethics also apply in environment, in medicines, in physics. This really, I mean, I can say that it is shocked me really, because I never knew or expect that ethics can be applied in so many fields like this. And personally, I can say that I mean I'm enjoying, although in other parts, some part that I still very hard to get through with some other theories or understanding of this course. But I can say that I mean it really helped me a lot, most especially when I think about the world that we live now. We experience so many things like war going on, injustice, discrimination, and now on with the advance of technologies such as AI, it is really ethics really help me to see how to act, how to apply the good decision when I face this kind of dilemma, or this decide what side the right action should I judge or I see to in this context, such as like when we see about war now, what is right from wrong. And personally, I can say that I mean it seems like the war has losing what is morality itself, because we the human doesn't really care about each other and killing, but in in learning these theories, I mean it's really widen my understanding, and I continue to hope that after this course and I maybe apply these theories or this course in my daily life as I facing the world that I'm going to live and the world itself.
Today I want to talk about my experience in the ethics subjects and how it has changed the way I approach decisions before I reach a conclusion. Before I study ethics, I often make quick judgments based on what I felt in the moment or what I thought it was normal. I would see a situation, decide quickly whether it was right or wrong, and then I move on. But ethics taught me that real decisions require reflection, not just about feelings or habits. The subject showed me that it is important to stop, pause for a while, ask questions, and think through different perspectives before settling on an answer. And one of the biggest lessons that I learned is that good decisions come from asking the right questions. For example, before I ask only, is this allowed? And now I ask, who will be affected by this choice? What are the short-term and long-term consequences from these actions? And does this match the kind of person I want to be? So in class, we will discuss topics like honesty, fairness, responsibility. The teacher will encourage us not to rush to a final answer, but to consider different ethical theories, such as to what bring the most good to most people, doing what is right according to strong moral principles. So these theories help me practice weighing options instead of jumping to a quick conclusion. Ethics also taught me the value of delaying judgment. During group discussions, we often have to listen to our friends, classmates who saw the same issue in a completely different way. At first, this seems was confusing, but over time I realized that hearing different viewpoints helped me avoid wrong or incomplete conclusions. I learned that it is better to say, I'm not sure yet. Let me think about this, than to pretend I have all the answers at the start. So by the end of this course, I noticed that I approach real life choices more carefully, whether it is about school, community life, or trying to look at the right or wrong in society. I now try to pause, gather information, and ask, considers others' interest, even test my own assumption before I decide. So ethics did not just teach me what is right or wrong. It taught me of how to make a better decision step by step, so that my final conclusions is more thoughtful and fair. Thank you.
One of the most memorable experience I had was during a class discussion about honesty. Our teacher gave us a tricky question. Imagine you are on a lifeboat with limited space and more people trying to climb aboard. If you let everyone on the boat will sink and everyone will die. But if you refuse, some innocent people will be sacrificed. Do you save the majority or protect each individual right to live? Most of us struggle with the choice. But then the teacher asks, what if refusing someone means you are directly responsible for their death? That made me think deeply. Ethics is not just about following rules. It is about thinking carefully what is right in each situation. That moment taught me that what is right is not obvious, and ethics help us navigate those tough decisions. As the course went on, I learned about different ways people think about morality. There is utilitarianism, which says the right choice is the one that brings the moment happiness to the most people. And there is deontology, which focuses on doing your duty regardless of the outcomes. Seeing these different ideas made me realize that morality is not always simple and that morality is not always different people can have different reasons for that they believe is right. Studying ethics also made me reflect on my own values. I started asking myself, am I honest because it is the rule or because I believe it's the right things to do? Are there times I may compromise my morals? It is a process of thinking more careful about my action and why I do what I do. Honestly, ethics classes made me more aware of my responsibility, not just to myself, but to others around me. So, my experience with ethics has been eye-opening. It's not just about learning rules, it's about understanding how to make better decisions in real life. And I believe that studying ethics help us become more thoughtful, compassionate, and responsible people.